Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Mike. You already know what is up and what is good. And in today's video, I'm gonna run by you guys my early playoff predictions in the Eastern Conference. Now, in my opinion, the East isn't all so bad. So let me just start out with number one. I got the Celtics at the number 1 seed at 64-18. You got Kyrie and Hayward coming back to this team. Someone's gonna have to go to the bench, so that obviously makes their bench a lot deeper. You got Brad Stevens, the best coach in the Eastern Conference, and probably the second best coach in the league. So you got him, plus your young talent in Rozier, Brown, Tatum, and Smart. So you got your young core there, plus your bench players. So you guys have a really nice core that you can build around and for the future. So again, Kyrie and Hayward coming back. That's the Celtics 64-18. I got the Toronto Raptors at the number 2 spot, 62-20. You guys picked up Kawhi Leonard in the trade. They're a great team defensively now, and you got a new head coach in Nick Nurse. He's already proven his system has worked, so he will probably make players more comfortable buying into his system and more comfortable playing for him in the new and improving system that he's gotten his players to buy into. So again, I got the Raptors at 62-20 in the number 2 spot. Number 3 spot, I actually have the Indiana Pacers at 53-29. They got a lot deeper this offseason, guys, a lot deeper. And in my opinion, they had the best offseason in the Eastern Conference. They picked up Tyreke Evans, a 20 points per game scorer off the bench and or starting. So, and then you got a sniper in Doug McDermott. He shot 50% from the 3 last season and almost 50% from the field. You got a 3rd string center in Kyle O'Quinn coming off the bench for you. He's going to be that maybe 3rd center and power forward for you guys. So you got a lot deeper, guys. So again, they had the same core that they had last year, so that only adds to their chemistry. Their chemistry was great last year, and that only bought into their culture more. They had an amazing culture last year, and you could feel it when you watched the games and in the playoffs. So again, guys, I got the Pacers in the number 3 spot at 53-29. A lot deeper. They got a much deeper team. And again, I believe they had the best offseason in the Eastern Conference. And in my number 4 spot, I got the Philadelphia 76ers at 52-30. I do have them at the same record only because they didn't get much better. They didn't add any pieces. They kind of stayed the same, and you can't really stay the same when all the other teams that you're competing with got better than you. So again, I have the Sixers at the number 4 spot at 52-30. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. You got Markelle Fultz coming back. You re-signed JJ Redick, and you got Saric, and you guys got your young pieces as well too. And then you got Zaire Smith, and you guys got your young pieces that you added and that you drafted this year. So again, they're still in great shape, but other teams did get better than the Sixers this year in the offseason. So Sixers 52-30. I got them at the same record. So again, they're on my number 4 spot. And on number 5, I got the Milwaukee Bucks at 51-31, just 1 game below the Sixers. I was a little hesitant to put them here with this many wins because again, I want them to be good, but every time you expect them to be good in the next season, they don't really fall into that category of expectations. You can't really push them too far ahead or too far below because they always kind of fall in that mediocre season. So again, I want them to be good, so that's why I have them at 51-31 in the number 5 spot. And they got a new head coach and Mike Budenholzer, so I think he'll be a nice addition to this franchise and really put his foot down on this team. And I think he'll have a really good relationship with Giannis Antetokounmpo. So again, they picked up some nice pieces in the offseason as well. They got Brook Lopez and Ersan Ilyasova coming back to this team, and I think those are really nice pieces to add to this team. Although they did lose Jabari Parker to the Bulls, that was a huge loss for them. But he was not that great defensively. So again, you picked up 2 nice pieces in Ilyasova and Brook Lopez. Plus, I like the addition in the draft that they got in Dante DiVincenzo. I really like him. I like this Bucks team. Again, I want them to be good, but every year you have them making this jump next year, but they don't really do it. I think this is their year, but I have them at 51-31. So my number 6 spot, I got the Washington Wizards at 50-32, just 1 game below, guys. Notice how the 3 through 6 seed is just 3 games apart, so don't really pay attention to the seed that your team is in. Just pay attention to how many games you guys are winning, because 3 through 6 spot can really be jumbled up any order that you want. So again, the Wizards I got in the number 6 spot at 50-32. They got more pieces. They got Dwight Howard, the new starting center. They got Jeff Green, Austin Rivers. They rounded out their bench as well. Again, these 3 teams, Milwaukee, the Pacers, and the Wizards, all got better, while the Sixers kind of stayed the same, and the Celtics kind of stayed the same. The Raptors did get better in the Kawhi Leonard trade, but again, these other teams rounded out their bench, whereas these other teams kind of, got more top heavy. So again, teams like the Pacers, Bucks, and Wizards are going to be more of those deeper teams. And the Celtics, actually, all these teams are deep, but again, the teams that were competing with you last year also got deeper as well, plus they were already good. So again, I got the Wizards at 50-32. They got Howard, Rivers, and Jeff Green. They got a healthy new squad with John Wall and Bradley Beal. They got a nice backcourt. Hopefully they can all stay healthy from the beginning of the year to the end, at least for the most part. Hopefully, barring injury, they stay healthy and get 50 wins and the 6th spot, guys. That's why I see the East isn't all that bad in my opinion. It's going to be more competitive, more fun to watch in my opinion. Although the West does have more star-packed teams, and it's more star-packed in general. I like the Wizards. They're a good team. I don't know how Howard will fit here with the Wizards. Again, I like him here. I do like him in Washington. I like the fit here, but again, how would he fit off the court and in the locker room? Again, you had that Marcin Gortat and John Wall beef going on there, so hopefully he can kind of turn the eye on that and just turn the other way and make them go in a different direction, and hopefully they can start off a new relationship in John Wall and Bradley Beal and the franchise in general. So I got the Wizards at number 6 and 50-32. Now my number 7 and 8 spot, I didn't really know what teams to put here, but I did already have 2 in mind. But I'm seeing around the league that there's also some sleeper teams in there. But at my number 7 spot, I did have the Detroit Pistons at 47-35. I think after looking at this and thinking about it, I do think their wins is a little high, but I think they're around that 44 to 47 win mark. They have a new head coach in Dwayne Casey. Hopefully he can implement his system to this team. Again, the Pistons didn't really have a lot of time to come together and build their chemistry. Plus they have a better coach coming in Dwayne Casey, like I mentioned. They have their starting point guard is coming back, so hopefully when he comes back, remember guys, back when Reggie Jackson was here for this team, they were a good team until he got injured. When he got injured, that's when things kind of started to fall apart, and that's when they started to make that Blake Griffin trade. Plus, they have a new fresh season to start off of, so they kind of had only 1 to 2 months to kind of really build anything and get any wins accumulated. They have a fresh new start, new head coach. Their starting point guard is coming back in Reggie Jackson. They also got some nice pieces as well. I'm pretty sure they got Pachulia. He's not one of the pieces I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure they got Glenn Robinson III. He's a nice young player from the Indiana Pacers. They got him. He was a free agent. I'm not sure all the other pieces. I'm pretty sure that's all they got. I'm not sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I know they did let a few people go, I think. I do like the Pistons team next year. I think they're nice. They have 2 of the probably 4 dominant bigs in the Eastern Conference. So they got Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond, and then you got Reggie Jackson coming back. Again, a fresh new season for these guys to really kick off a new season and get their right system going. So again, that's my number 7 spot with the Detroit Pistons. And number 8, I have the Miami Heat. Now, I do have the Miami Heat winning 46 games point blank. You can obviously switch these 2 teams in the Pistons and the Heat, but I do have the Heat winning 46 games. You got Dion Waiters coming back. The Heat kind of have the same team as they have like the last 2, maybe last year and 2 years, so they have that chemistry already. So hopefully when Dion Waiters comes back, he can just implement his game and the rotations can be fixed and they can finally run their lineups the way they're supposed to be, and he can just add the scoring punch and defense. So I don't know what they're going to do with Whiteside. I know they're looking to get rid of him. I'm not sure. I know he was unhappy in this team and in this franchise, so I'm not sure if they get rid of him or not. I'm not sure if they, mend Menses. I'm not sure what they do with him. So I do like the Heat at the number 8 spot. Now, some honorable mentions. I've been seeing around the league, the Bulls are a nice team to look out for. They're a nice young team. I don't see them as a playoff team just yet. They're in one of my videos coming in the future, so be looking out for that. But you got the Hornets. The Hornets kind of like that 9 and 10 spot. They're kind of sitting in there. And then you got the Cavs. Now the Cavs, I'm not sure what their plan is. I'm not really on one side or the other. I still think they have decent players, but again, playing with LeBron James is a huge burden to play with and to have on your shoulders every night going into the game. Your expectations to play is so high, and with LeBron James gone, maybe that can open up some of their games and some of their confidence to just really go out there and play their game and not have to worry about, LeBron's sitting next to me or LeBron's on the court with me, I gotta play my best. Yes, that's how you want to play every game, but you don't have to worry about it and stress about it so much. And if you do something wrong, he's going to get mad at you, maybe get you traded. So hopefully, with him gone, that can lift up someone's game on the team. Again, they still have Rodney Hood. He was a 20-point per game scorer, so still got George Hill, a solid point guard, and defensively. You still got Thompson, K-Love. I'm not sure if they trade him or not. I'm pretty sure they're not looking to trade him. I saw that they were trying to trade Culver to the Sixers. I kind of like the Cavs. That's all I really can think of, but Other than that, I like the Knicks. Maybe the Knicks will be in there if Porzingis was healthy coming into the season, like from the beginning, opening night. If he was healthy, I would definitely have the Knicks in the playoffs. So don't think I forgot about the Knicks. The Knicks are a really nice team. Maybe they can slip in the playoffs ahead of the Pistons or the Heat at the number 7 or 8 spot. So again, don't count them out. So those are my honorable mentions for the teams that don't make the playoffs, or at least didn't make my list though. So those are my top 8 spots. So in the first round, you got matchups of the Celtics versus the Heat, and then you got the Sixers versus the Wizards, and then you got the Pacers versus the Bucks, and then you got the Raptors and the Pistons in the 2 and 7 matchup. So the 1 and 8 matchup, Celtics and Heat, I see the Celtics winning this series in about 4 or 5 games. I'm sorry, Miami Heat. Maybe you can pull off one at home, because the defense of the Miami Heat is pretty scrappy, so maybe they can just get one scrappy win at home. A low scoring, just really tight dogfight win at home and Airlines Arena. So maybe they can get one win in there. But again, the Celtics are just so playoff ready. They're such a playoff built team. So again, I think they pull the series off and 4 or 5 wins. So, and then you got the Sixers in the 3 and 6 matchup. I'm not sure. This is a really interesting series for me. I'm not sure which one to pick here. The Sixers are a nice team. They're not built to play in the playoffs just yet. They're still a young team. No excuses there. The Wizards, I believe, can pull the series off. Either one is up for grabs in this one. But I'm gonna go with the Sixers because actually I don't know, guys. This is a really tough one to pick from. So I will let you guys debate that down in the comments. The next series, I have the Pacers and the Bucks. So I actually have the Pacers winning this series in about 6 or 7 games. Now the Pacers perform way better against playoff teams than the Bucks do. The Pacers have a way better record against playoff teams in the Eastern Conference, and they perform better against those kind of teams. So, and the Pacers are a playoff team, guys. The Pacers have been a consistent playoff team for the last 8 or 9 years. They can make a really deep run in the playoffs. So I see them winning this series in 6, maybe 7. So I got the Pacers moving on to the second round, and then you got the Raptors in the 2 and 7 matchup. I see the Raptors winning this one in 5, so I got the Raptors winning that one. And now the second round matchups, you got the Celtics. I'm just gonna say the Sixers just for the matchup sake. So I got the Celtics and the Sixers. I see the Celtics winning this one in 5, because last year they didn't have their 2 best players and they still won in 5. I know the series was close and could have gone either way, but still, the Celtics are a better team now with their 2 players coming back. And then the Sixers, again, they didn't really get much better. They kind of stayed the same. So I got the Celtics winning this one in about 5 or 6 maybe. Then maybe the Sixers can get 1 or 2 games at home, and maybe Brett Brown learn some lessons and really put his coaching cap on and make some adjustments in the game from last year, or the series from last year. So maybe he learns some lessons and learns from this series last year and applies them to this series, and maybe gets another win or 2 in this series. But the least I have the series going is 5, maybe even 4, but I have the series going to 5 or 6 with the Celtics winning it. And then you got the Pacers and the Raptors in the second round matchup, the 2 and 4 matchup. So I see the Pacers possibly winning this one. Lowry is still on the team, and he is known to shrink a little bit in the playoffs. And then other players as well kind of do the same. It's like the Raptors' inconsistency is consistent in the playoffs. So I had the Pacers winning this one, maybe in 7. This series will go to 7 games. The Raptors are one team the Pacers have struggled with in the regular season this last year, but only winning 1 game out of 4 against the Raptors, and they did get better. So again, maybe that plays in a role here, but maybe not. Again, the Raptors are a different team in their playoffs, and the Pacers are a much better team in the playoffs. That's always been the case for this team. The Pacers are a much better team in the playoffs. I see the Pacers possibly winning this one. So you either got a Celtics and Pacers Eastern Conference Finals, or a Pacers and Raptors Eastern Conference Finals. Now the Celtics and Pacers, I honestly see that one going 7 games, and I see the Pacers, honestly, I'm not saying any bias here at all. I see the Pacers match up well against the Celtics in every game they played this year, with Kyrie and without him. The Pacers matched up well. Oladipo and Corey Joseph both locked up Kyrie Irving when they played him, and Thaddeus Young got a couple steals off Kyrie Irving as well. Oladipo had 3 steals on Kyrie Irving. Corey Joseph had 2 steals in 1 game. I remember one game Oladipo had 5 steals in 1 game. They got off to a great start. They were up by 26 points or something in the first quarter or the second quarter. That's what the Pacers can do to a team like the Celtics, The Pacers are a slow-paced team, and they can really slow you down, and their defense is good, just like the Celtics do. That's going to be a nice matchup to watch if that happens in the Eastern Conference Finals or another matchup earlier in the playoffs. I think the Celtics and Pacers match up well against each other, but I honestly think the Pacers can match up well against them, so I think the Pacers can pull that off, but I'm not saying they will. But in the Celtics and Raptors series, I do see the Celtics winning that one in 7. Either way, either series I feel like will go to 7 games, so we either got the Celtics, Pacers, or Raptors winning the Eastern Conference Finals next year. So guys, that is my Eastern Conference playoff predictions so far, just my early ones for this one. So stay in tune for my Western Conference playoff predictions as well. So let me guys know what you think about the matchups, the seedings. Thank you for watching this video. It's been your boy Mike, and you can let that beat drop.